This past weekend was the first online 2K of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 competitive season, and what a doozy it was, because I watched a ton of it. It was our first exposure outside of scrims of the competitive potential of each team. We've been doing a lot of speculation for the past few months about what this season is going to entail, and now we are getting our first chance to evaluate some of that speculation. Connor, you watched a lot more of the 2K than I did. What did you notice?
First thing I noticed is Optic Gaming is the best team in Call of Duty at this moment. They're back. Forget about World War II. After
2 weeks.
1 week of scrims and one tournament, they are dominant. They are back. Put them back on the mountain. Pencil them in for all these wins. They're amazing. But realistically, what I did notice, this video is reaction to Optic Gaming's 2K performance. So what I noticed from Optic is they seem to have figured out this game before other teams have. And we've seen this a lot, not from Optic, but in general. There's always that team that figures out what they're doing a little bit before other teams do. And in this game, that is Optic. They destroyed other pro teams in Control. They won by a handy margin in most of their hardpoint maps. They had one close hardpoint map to EU, which they probably should have lost. If you guys don't know, there was, I don't even know if Brandon knows this, there was a little bit of drama at the end of that map. Realistically, it doesn't matter. I mean, Optic Gaming didn't lose a map this 2K. Even if they would have lost that map, they basically dominated United in Search and in Control. So even if it went to another hardpoint map, I mean, they just looked this last tournament a lot better than other teams. And that's not, I know I joked around at the beginning. I don't think Optic is a lot better than other pro teams. But I think right now they are playing a lot better than other pro teams. And I just think that's because they've figured out the sort of the meta of the game. And also, as we talked about earlier when we reacted to this roster, they're very versatile players on this roster. I mean, Krim, Karma, Dashi, these are all people who can run an AR, or they can also, you know, run more of the fast-paced style. They're not locked into one style of game, and I think that's really, really helping them in this game.
Oh yeah, and on Saturday we're going to go more in depth about scrims and competitive scene overall. But one thing that I noticed going into this tournament, and in some of the gameplay that I was watching for the 2K, communication-wise, I was watching a little bit of EU. They're kind of like my team. And when I switched over to Optic and watched them play and in their scrims, their communication was 10 levels beyond United. Then I watched a little bit of FaZe, same thing. I haven't seen any gameplay yet that makes me think that Optic isn't the top dog right now. I don't know if they're just taking it more seriously earlier. Maybe others are still kind of having fun with the game. Maybe like a honeymoon period kind of thing where they're having fun, they're playing in 2Ks, but it's like, we'll figure this out as we go. Optic obviously just hit the ground running. It was, last season was awful. We were a disappointment to our community. The rule set dropped, and Optic has been all business since that point in time, and I think that's what showed up in the 2K, is Optic showed we are not fooling around this season. We are 100% all the way, and we are going to crush anybody that is not taking it at that same level.
You know, and Scump had a little, like, sort of heart-to-heart yesterday on stream, while streaming the 2K, and I don't know if you guys saw some of, like, on Halloween, EU thought it was funny, and they sort of played a little prank on Optic. I don't know, Brandon, if you even saw this. So EU changed their Twitter colors to green, and they said, look, guys, we're dressing up as a top 24 team at Champs for Halloween. And Scump took that really personally, to the point of a lot of people were saying, like, yo, Scump, it's a joke. Like, seriously? And he took it really personal. And yesterday on stream, he said, like, I take that personally because when people say that we took top 24 at Champs, that's 100% on me. I have not played up to myself. Like, he is used to winning. Scump always carried his team as far as it could go. Like, Scump is not used to being in the back, and it seems like that really lit a fire under him. Like, he takes last season personally, and he wants to go out and show everybody that was saying, oh, is Scump going to retire? Is Scump going to retire? He wants the guys, no, I'm still one of the best players in the game. And also, this Optic team, they've been playing search tournaments since before the pro rule set even came out. And I think TJ Haley might be the best search player I've seen in this game so far. And then you combine that with Dash, who's a very good search player, and Crim and Scump have gotten a lot better at search. Optic's biggest problem have always been their search woes. And if those two players specifically, because Karma's always been a good search player, if Crim and Scump can become, I don't know, top 25 search players, top 20 search players, and you pair that with TJ, who's going to be a top 5, Dash, who's maybe a top 10, that's a good search team. And then with their slaying ability, right now the team is scary to watch, and other teams should learn how to play like that.
They should be afraid.
They should watch. This is what always happens in the beginning of games. One team picks it up and other teams have to study what they're doing and adapt to what they're doing, and that's, Optic is setting the pace right now. Other teams should be watching their scrims. I mean, they all stream. They should be watching them, figuring out what they're doing and trying to do what they do. That doesn't mean it's that easy, like, oh, I'll just go kill everybody, but their strategies and stuff, other teams should try to pick up on that and try to copy them.
And we know from last season that there are good teams and good players out there. So, again, we're going to wait and we're going to pay attention. TK did this last year. They won the first 2 tournament hands down. Then people started to figure it out. Right now, though, it is Optic. At this moment in time, it's Optic that people are going to learn from. Going into CWL Vegas, it puts Optic in a great spot because if they can secure any of those top 4 slots, then they're automatically in the CWL. I don't see that not happening. Even if other teams get better right now, Optic going into CWL Vegas, I don't see them not placing top 4 and securing their spot. At the very least right now.
I 100% agree. Also, like, this Optic team is set up, and I don't want to compare them to like that Black Ops 4, you know, Infinite Warfare Optic team where they were really good, but they're set up like that in the way that if someone has a bad game, they're set up to carry that weight. Like, they are very versatile players, and, you know, any single one of them can go on. I mean, I know they count assisted kills in this game, but there's been games where Dashy and Scump have both almost touched 60. Like, they have been playing ridiculously good, and hopefully they can keep that up, because Optic being good is good for Call of Duty. I know there's a lot of Optic haters out there, but Scump having 100,000 viewers last night on a Monday night watching Call of Duty is nothing but good for the COD scene. That was probably more.
It's better for Optic than the Call of Duty.
It's better for Optic than the Call of Duty scene, but I guarantee of those 100,000 viewers, that was some people's first time watching competitive Call of Duty. The fact that Scump alone had 100K last night on a Monday night is a little bit ridiculous, especially since this is the first tournament of the year. What is Champs going to look like this year if Optic's good? Yeah. It's a really exciting time to be a Call of Duty fan now overall. So let us know what you guys think in the comments. Let us know if you want to see us do these type of breakdowns for other teams too. If we get 12 likes, then we will do this video. We'll do it for E United because that's Brandon's team. We'll do an actual breakdown video for E United. And I know Brandon said we're going to do a general one on Saturday, but we'll do an in-depth video on E United next if we get 12 likes on this video.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed today's video. We release new content at a minimum every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to catch all our latest content, and check the description for a link to our Twitch and Twitter accounts. We are Bracken out.